Greetings, ladies and gents, and welcome to this narration of the web series Why Humans Avoid War, taken from Reddit. If you're new to the series, there is a playlist listed down below. And as always, I hope that you enjoy. Kylon Point of View. The Devourers did not look so fearsome in person. They were short, stocky bipeds who seemed like nothing out of the ordinary compared to most Federation races. Their height would only put them at about an average human's shoulders, and their skin was a pale lavender hue. I had no doubt that the lean, muscle-tearing soldiers could toss them around if they wanted to. Had the boarding party taken the enemy ship just a few minutes later, we would have been left empty-handed. As it were, the humans had only been able to revive one of the two occupants. Our prisoner was then transported back to the flagship and moved to the medical wing, where he was restored to stable condition. He was kept restrained and would be guarded round the clock by watchful sentries. I tagged along with Commander Raccoon as he headed towards medbay. It would be interesting to witness human interrogation tactics. After seeing the cruel pleasure in the eyes during battle, I wondered if they would torture the prisoner for information. It certainly was within the realm of possibility. An assistant handed Commander a cup filled with a steaming brown liquid as we walked. When I inquired as to what it was, he explained that it was called coffee and was a mild stimulant. I simply nodded, not wanting to offend my host. Internally, however, I thought that it was extremely poor taste for an officer to be consuming drugs on duty. It was a bad example to set for his subordinates. The prisoner was just stirring as we arrived at our destination. He looked a bit disoriented, but oddly enough, he was not struggling against the restraints. A laptop was stationed by his bedside, with an audio capture running on screen. "Will our translation software work?" I whispered to Rykov. The human shrugged in response. "It should. Our program has gone over all the transmissions that we have on record, and hopefully is able to decipher their language from that." The enemy captor spoke a few syllables of gibberish, and then the computer piped up in Galactic Common a second later. The two words chilled me to the bone. It said, "Help us." Commander Rykov blinked in confusion. "Help you? Okay, back up. First off, what is your name and rank?" There was a pause as the computer translated the question, and then another as it processed the response. "My name is Bryan. I do not know what this rank is you speak of." "You don't have some sort of hierarchy?" I asked. "The Master is in charge of all. We obey or suffer the consequences. There is no escape." Rykov took the tentative step forward. "Who is the Master? Why did you attack us?" The prisoner emitted a strange vibration, which the computer identified as laughter. "The more accurate question is, what is the Master? I see now that you know nothing. I just assumed you people with your technology would be aware of our history. We were once a great species. When I was young, I remember being in awe of the technology we invented. I can say that with confidence that we were the greatest builders in our galaxy. The irony is that it was our craftiness that destroyed us. We created an artificial intelligence with a single directive. It was to create a world without scarcity. It was given authority to govern our resources and power our cities. We thought that we could create a utopia, ending all want, labor, and suffering. It was too good to be true. The machine pondered the problem. We assumed that it would create some sort of grand new form of energy, or that it would optimize asteroid mining, but it found a different solution. The only way to avoid scarcity was to control all of the resources in the universe. It would take them by force and use us as an army." Trying to picture the Devourers as a species of inventors was difficult. For years, Federation intelligence had watched them destroy any species that dared to defend their home planet. They encircled stars with absorptive planners and plundered planets, without a second thought for the life forms they rendered extinct. We were told that the enemy could not be reasoned with, and that the greed was unparalleled. But if what Bayham said was true, Then they were unwilling participants the entire time. Their mindless mechanical behavior made much more sense if they were under the direction of a rogue AI. I believed his story. The question was whether Rykov did. The revelation might steer the Terran Union away from genocide route, but the commander needed to be the one to relay the message. I doubted the humans would believe any information that came from us. Commander Rykov sipped at his coffee, taking a moment to process what he had seen. Why wouldn't anyone fight back or try and destroy it? Of course our people did, but they were all dead now. The Master had overridden the emergency shutdown functions. None of our safeguards worked. I controlled everything, military and industrial. So, what was there to fight it with? Its only use for us is a resource. If we defy it, if we fail, then we are no longer useful. And you see what happens. Once it takes control of everything, I've no doubt that it will kill us all anyways. But that will take time. Compliance buys us a few more generations. As I said, there is no way out for us. It must finish its mission. It does not understand anything else. I see, Commander Rykov muttered. Answer me one more thing. Your weapons are also your inventions? No. Our fleet was dreamed up by the Master. Its technology is beyond anything biologicals could conjure. Ah, so he thought. What could be better at killing than a computer, after all? You're the first to defeat it, and you did so with ease. Perhaps I should fear you, but you are our only hope. The commander frowned. Thank you for speaking to us, Bryan. That'll be all for now. General, please come with me back to the bridge. I waited until we were out of earshot of the prisoner, and then turned to Rykov. What do you think? A troubling story, he replied. I would be less inclined to believe him, if not for the suicide attempt. It doesn't add up without an outside force. I need to share our findings with my governments immediately. This changes everything. Will you advise them to call off the bombing? I asked. Commander Rykov sighed. I will. We have to at least try and help. But, the only way to be sure that we destroy that thing is to destroy everything on that planet. If we try to evacuate the people, it'll just kill them. If we do nothing, it could study our technology and replicate it. Then we're really screwed. I'm not sure we have a choice, General. The commander's words made sense, as much as I hated to hear them. We couldn't risk Terran weaponry falling into the murderous AI's possession. Someone needed to devise a solid plan in short order before the time to act had passed. There was something else that bothered me, though. It was a point that Bryan had mentioned, one that lingered in my mind. The fact that the Terrans had created better tools for warfare than a computer. A machine with the raw power of calculation on its side. It spoke volumes about their species, and how naturally killing came to humanity. I felt that I should be more wary, yet I could not help but be charmed by them. For some reason, my gut instinct was that they could be trusted. Perhaps we should fear the humans, but at this point, they were the galaxy's only hope. End of chapter. The algorithm reckons you should be watching this video next, and I recommend that you should be always watching my video. So, click with energy! And yes, clicking that does help the channel. Thank you very much. I just want to give a quick thank you to the T5 members and patrons: Ithilia, Barky, Fudikiol, Cam Maxwell, Casper Arnholtz, Angry Marine, Lord Azrekahl, White Van 420, and Arcalian.